All right.
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Well, thank you for sitting down and taking the time to talk with us. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, brother.
No worries.
All right,
So
we'll jump off.
We'll jump
okay,
off. Thanks so
Thanks,
much,
everyone.
Struggle.
Thanks,
And
Drug.
thanks, Seven.
no
All right.
worries.
See you soon, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I guess we'll just get right into it. For the record, I'll have you state your name and how to spell it.
Struggle Jennings, STRUGGLEJENNINGS.
Okay. I've got to admit, I've been listening to your music. I love it. But my roommate, he's a huge fan. He's been trying to put me on to you for a while. So just know this
Awesome.
is really cool to finally meet you and talk to you like this. So I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Oh man, thank you so much. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
no worries. So for people who haven't listened to your music, how would you describe it?
Uh Honest.
Honest.
Yeah, I think it's I've been real open with my life, my journey, my mistakes, my my troubles and my successes. So in hopes that it can inspire others to overcome, to keep pushing in hard times, to know they're not alone, and to have a little bit of inspiration and hope that regardless of what they're going through, they can pull out of it and they can do whatever they want to do and chase their dreams and make it.
All right, so honest inspiration.
Yeah,
Speaking of the inspiration, what inspires you when you're working?
man, really the people that listen to my music, when I get to meet them at meet and greets and stuff, and they tell me how my music has changed their life or got them through something. It gives me that sense of responsibility, and it gives me purpose. So my life is super purpose driven because I know that I have people that are listening and holding on to every word that I say and using it as inspiration and finding hope.
Hmm. Listening to your music, obviously, family is a big theme throughout. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's who's got my back, right? Those are the ones that I've done, made a lot of changes for and continue to push through for them. I have a saying, family over everything till everything is gone.
Hmm.
And it's kind of a mantra.
So you're on tour right now, and you guys are heading up to Bangor this Friday, correct?
Yeah, we're on a tour bus right now, headed to
Okay.
Hunt and then Bangor on Friday. Yeah,
What are you excited about? What's been the highlight so far on the tour?
man, every night, it's like these are the biggest shows we've ever done. Getting to rock out with my brother Jelly. Me and Jelly been best friends for 20 years, so to see all his success and everything he's doing right now and him bring me along for the ride, it's just been amazing.
Yeah, no, can we talk about that friendship? You said for 20 years you've known Jill and you've been friends, and just recently he received two CMT awards, I believe. Three, okay. Can you tell me how it feels to, you guys kind of came up together, how it feels to see your friend achieve that kind of success?
Well, I mean, it's amazing. It's everything that we sacrificed. Everything that we went through, every friend we lost, every um, free show we did, every day in jail we did. Everything we went through, it's not in vain. Watching him rise to the top and to be the biggest country star in the world right now. That most sought out and looked at artist right now. It's surreal, you know. But it's another thing that inspires me as well. I mean, me and Johnny been through everything two people can go through together. And to watch him never give up and keep pushing, it's just inspired me through the years. Just not go back to my old ways, or not make the same decisions as before, and just keep chasing this crazy dream.
You know, with that friendship also, you've collaborated on multiple albums now, a lot of songs. What is that process like? How does it feel to, work together now and look back on all that history you guys have together?
What's the same? Like we get in the studio and it's just like the same two guys that were in the closet 20 years ago cutting a song together. The energy's still the same. And just now we have a way bigger audience and we've grown a lot and been through a lot. So it's effortless when me and him get in there. You know,
Hmm. In all
you,
these
you have,
years. Oh, no,
yeah, you
please.
have you have days as an artist where you might go in the studio and you know take a little time to like write a song, and it's a little tougher. But me and Jelly get in there, that shit just flows.
Yeah. Have you guys, in all your years performing together, have you been up to Bangor yet?
I've never
Never. Okay.
been to Bagger Man, and I was so excited. He actually told me the other day that's one of the biggest shows he's looking forward to.
Really? What are you guys looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to some of that lobster tail up there. I want some of that seafood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, no, but I mean, Maine is one of the most beautiful states in this country, hands down. And yeah, I'm ready to come up there and rock out.
Yeah.
And that's like places we don't get to go too much. It just makes it that much more special. Whole new crowd, whole new demographic. I've been to Indianapolis 20 times in the last 2 years. Doing shows. I've never been to Bangor, Maine, so I'm super excited about to get up there and connect with those fans and meet those people and eat
Yeah.
some of that fire seafood.
Well, hopefully we don't disappoint.
Yeah.
Um, what would you say to people that, you want them to come out to your concert, they haven't heard any of your music yet, what can they expect? Why should they come out to you?
Well, it's a very, very energetic show. I mean, from me coming out, doing my set, and then Jelly, and I come back out on the stage with Jelly. It's just it's a beautiful night, man. These shows have been so incredible. Come out, I'm telling a story. I'm, leaving everything out on that stage and giving me my heart and my soul for those 30, 45 minutes. And then, Jelly comes out and Jelly show's amazing. We got smoke and fire and huge TV behind a huge wall behind him. It's insane. They went above and beyond. So it's an incredible show from start to finish.
Mm, right. I got just a few more questions just, about you personally. Um, the name Struggle Jennings, obviously you're taking the name of your step grandfather, Wailing Jennings, and family plays a part in your music along with Shooter Jennings, your uncle, being featured on your first album. Uh, can you tell me what kind of weight that name holds for you?
So, I mean, that's a uh, heavy thing to carry, right? So at first, I definitely wasn't using the name Struggle Jennings. I wasn't using Jennings, and the media. When I went to jail, the media started calling me that, and it stuck. And at first, I kind of bucked it, and then I was like, you know what? My grandfather would want that. He worked super hard. He was more like my dad. He raised me. My dad was murdered when I was 10. Weather stepped up to the plate, and he played a huge role in my life in bringing, uh, raising me. So, it's pay homage, and it's probably been a harder road by taking that name, but because there's so much weight that comes with it and so many expectations. But I ain't never backed down from a challenge. So,
Yeah, and you mentioned honesty being a big part of your music, and obviously looking at your grandfather's vast discography, he also is very big on honesty with his music. Um, do you feel there's some connection between both of those? Why you both focus on that honesty?
when I was super young, Waylon pretty much raised me. He passed when I was 22, and one of the things that he told me when he found out I was going to get into music, he was like, "Just tell me the truth. Don't listen. You know, that's just the kind of guy he was. It's like, be honest, tell your truth, tell your story, and there's millions of people out there that are going through the same thing you are.
Hmm. Just looking at, ever since you first got into that music industry, how have you evolved?
Oh man, I'm evolving every day. You know, it's like, better rapper, constantly, until I felt like I had hit this pinnacle of where I was at and perfected what I do. And then looking at the next mountain of singing and saying, hey, I want to climb that, and starting all the way at the bottom and, you know, crawling my way up now, singing, doing country music. It's been super scary, crazy journey, but it's like so rewarding and so amazing. But
You mentioned.
evolve,
Oh no, please.
we say,
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. You were saying something.
oh no, I was just saying, it's one thing. We're definitely evolving every day.
You mentioned before that taking on the Jennings name, it's made you believe your career more difficult in the long run. Can you elaborate that?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're holding on to a name like that, they expect you to either be just like them or they're constantly comparing you. You know, and you just have to learn how to step out of that shadow, of the other family members and find your own light. And it's been, it is. It's because you got a lot of expectations. You have people that hear the name or know who your grandfather is or my uncle, and they expect it to be the same. And when it's not, they don't know how to take it. You know.
Hmm.
But
Do you?
Shooter just actually produced an album on me that'll be coming out early next year.
Yeah.
Just excited about that.
Okay. Do you have any regrets of taking on that name?
None at all. It's been amazing. You know, I feel like I'm paying homage and carrying on a legacy that he worked really hard to build. I feel like even though now he's known as, you know, one of the, biggest, greatest country music stars ever, I don't think he ever got his full due when he was alive. I don't think that, so yeah. So carrying on that legacy and carrying on that torch, and it's been a fucking honor.
Hmm. And speaking of that legacy, obviously Waylon was one of the biggest outlaw country artists and is still respected for that. And then also you have your album Outlaw Shit, and you're wearing Angels and Outlaws. Yeah, how does that outlaw lifestyle play into your music?
More or less than a lifestyle. It's a spirit, and it's a mind frame, and it's not allowing them to box you in, you know, not doing what's the norm just to be popular, you know, purpose over popularity, having something to stand on, having something that you're fighting for, um, and holding your own. It's the outlaw spirit.
Mm. You mentioned getting into the industry and then, climbing from the bottom, getting up to the top to where you are now. What advice would you give to not just musicians, but creatives in general starting out their careers?
And just don't stop. Find what you love to do, and then do it until you can find somebody else to pay you for it. Just keep working. You know, like I made music for 10 years before I ever made a dollar off of it. And now my life is completely fueled and funded by the music industry. So, and I went to prison. I made every mistake somebody can make. Gave up 100 times. I just kept jumping back in though. The game's not over until you stop playing. You can be down, you can be losing. It's not over. And you ain't lost until you're done, until you quit playing. So just keep going.
Mm. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Is there anything else that you think should be mentioned?
Come out to the tour. The tour is amazing. Just dropped Monte Carlo, the album, last month. It's an amazing body of work. Got El Camino coming out this fall. Gonna drop a new single off of that. Yeah. So you check the tour dates out and come out to the show. And if you don't understand, you will by the time you leave.
All right. Well, Struggle, I really appreciate it. Once again, this has been great. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. It's been awesome.
Man, thank you so much. And I hope to see you at the show.
Okay,
Bring
I'll
your
try to get
roommate.
out there.
Bring your roommate.
Okay, will do.
Out.
Have a good one.